Morning mist clings to weathered greenhouse glass as the first rays of sunlight illuminate rows of terracotta pots lined along ancient brick pathways. The scent of lavender mingles with rich earth and the metallic tang of old garden tools hanging from wooden beams in a centuries-old potting shed. Traditional English country garden ideas, cottage gardens, greenhouses, and garden sheds. These timeless garden sanctuaries represent more than mere cultivation spaces. They embody a philosophy of living that honors both beauty and practicality, where every element serves a purpose while creating scenes of enduring charm. The weathered patina on copper watering cans tells stories of countless seasons, while hand-thrown pottery bears the marks of generations who understood that true garden luxury lies in authentic materials and time-tested methods. Start your own transformation today by collecting 3 essential elements. First, source genuine terracotta pots in varying sizes, checking for the telltale signs of age and quality craftsmanship. Second, visit architectural salvage yards for authentic greenhouse windows or frames that can become garden focal points. Third, hunt for vintage hand tools with wooden handles, as these pieces instantly add character while remaining functionally superior to modern alternatives. The revival of traditional English garden design speaks to our deep longing for spaces that ground us in natural rhythms. Subscribe to Opalux if you find yourself drawn to these authentic garden spaces. You might enjoy exploring more traditional design concepts here on the channel. Modern life often disconnects us from seasonal cycles, yet these garden rooms restore that vital connection through thoughtful design and purposeful cultivation. The principles we explore today have shaped English gardens for centuries, from grand estate conservatories to humble cottage plots. Each greenhouse pane, every carefully placed garden tool, and all those perfectly imperfect terracotta arrangements create layers of meaning that transform ordinary outdoor spaces into extraordinary garden sanctuaries. Your own English country garden awaits, ready to unfold through the timeless elements we discover together. English country garden design, traditional cottage garden tour and inspiration. The first copper watering can catches morning light as it hangs from an iron hook forged by hands that understood metal could become art. Below, weathered oak benches bear the gentle depressions worn smooth by generations of gardeners who knew that the finest tools improve through devoted use rather than careful storage. These gardens whisper stories that modern landscapes have forgotten. Hand-thrown terracotta pots display the subtle irregularities that machines cannot replicate, while cast iron greenhouse frameworks rise like Gothic cathedrals among ancient apple trees heavy with fruit and climbing roses. The wooden wheelbarrow rests beside stone pathways worn smooth by countless journeys between potting shed and cutting garden. Your garden transformation awakens through authentic discoveries that honor this living heritage. Seek out galvanized zinc buckets with honest rust that speaks of decades protecting seeds from moisture. Choose hand-forged trowels whose ash handles show the thumb impressions of devoted cultivators. Hunt for slate staging that has supported generations of seedlings reaching toward greenhouse glass. The most enchanting English country gardens grow from understanding rather than mere decoration. They celebrate the sacred marriage between beauty and purpose, where every foxglove serves as both cottage garden charm and source of beneficial insects, where herb borders feed kitchen creativity while perfuming evening contemplation. Through our exploration today, you uncover how ordinary garden elements transform into extraordinary sanctuary through patient cultivation and authentic materials. From selecting perfect greenhouse styles to creating potting sheds that inspire daily rituals, each choice builds toward something that transcends gardening to become a deeply satisfying way of life. These remarkable spaces prove that the finest gardens cannot be purchased or installed overnight, only grown through seasons of devoted attention and genuine appreciation for what makes English country gardens eternally compelling and profoundly nourishing. stunning English garden inspiration, traditional greenhouses, and vintage garden sheds. Sunlight streams through diamond-paned glass onto weathered brick floors, where century-old camellias bloom in massive terracotta urns. Victorian conservatories rise like crystal cathedrals among ancient yew hedges, their curved iron frameworks supporting cascades of jasmine and climbing roses that blur the boundaries between shelter and sky. These garden sanctuaries represent the pinnacle of English horticultural artistry. Hand-forged greenhouse frames weather to perfect patina while supporting productive gardens that feed both body and soul. Potting sheds nestle between espalier fruit trees, their copper gutters green with age, and their interiors organized with the precision of fine clockwork. The most captivating examples feature layers of authentic detail that reward close examination. Slate staging supports collections of heritage plants in hand-thrown pots, while vintage propagating frames create miniature worlds of emerging seedlings. Original Victorian heating systems, though no longer functional, remain as sculptural elements that speak to the serious dedication of past gardeners. Cottage gardens surrounding these structures demonstrate the art of controlled abundance. Delphinium tower above lavender borders, while climbing roses scramble through apple trees, creating the effortless profusion that defines authentic English garden style. Stone pathways worn smooth by generations of gardeners wend between beds where vegetables and flowers mingle in productive harmony. The finest examples integrate practical elements with breathtaking beauty. Tool collections displayed on hand-forged hooks become sculptural installations, while weathered wheelbarrows serve as planters for trailing nasturtiums. Rain chains guide water from greenhouse gutters into moss-covered water butts, turning necessity into poetry. These remarkable spaces prove that authentic English garden design transcends mere decoration to become a way of life. Each element serves multiple purposes while contributing to an overall aesthetic that feels both timeless and utterly contemporary. The secrets behind creating such enchanting spaces reveal themselves through careful study of traditional techniques and authentic materials. Cottage garden design ideas. Traditional English country garden style. Hollyhocks lean against weathered stone walls, while self-seated foxgloves emerge between flagstone paths, creating the artful disorder that defines authentic cottage garden beauty. These gardens evolve through gentle guidance rather than rigid control, allowing plants to find their natural partnerships over seasons and years. Traditional cottage garden design follows principles refined through centuries of practical gardening. Plants serve multiple purposes, with lavender providing fragrance, pest control, and cutting material, while roses offer beauty, hips for winter interest, and petals for preserving. This productive approach to ornamental gardening creates abundance that feeds all the senses. The cottage garden palette draws from heritage varieties that have proven their worth across generations. Old English roses like Gertrude Jekyll and William Shakespeare offer disease resistance and repeat flowering that modern hybrids often lack. Heirloom vegetables such as purple-top turnips and scarlet runner beans provide both sustenance and striking visual appeal when allowed to climb through flower borders. Successful cottage gardens embrace controlled chaos through strategic plant placement. Tall perennials like delphiniums and hollyhocks anchor corners and create vertical interest, while medium-height plants such as catmint and hardy geraniums weave through the middle layer. Ground-covering thymes and chamomile soften path edges and release fragrance underfoot. The cutting garden tradition transforms flower growing into practical artistry. Dedicated rows of cosmos, zinnias, and sweet peas provide armloads of blooms for indoor arrangements, while longer-lived perennials like peonies and dahlias offer structured seasonal highlights. This approach ensures gardens remain productive throughout the growing season. Authentic cottage gardens also incorporate herb borders that blend culinary and medicinal plants with ornamental varieties. Sage, rosemary, and thyme create evergreen structure, while annual herbs like basil and dill provide fresh flavors and attract beneficial insects. These time-tested design principles create gardens that improve with age while requiring less intensive maintenance than formal planting schemes. Traditional greenhouse ideas, Victorian and English country garden greenhouses. Cast iron frameworks rise in elegant curves, while hand-blown glass panes create cathedral-like spaces where tender plants flourish through harsh winters. Victorian greenhouses represent the pinnacle of horticultural architecture, combining engineering excellence with breathtaking beauty that transforms functional growing spaces into garden jewels. Traditional greenhouse styles offer distinct advantages for serious gardeners. Victorian conservatories feature soaring heights that accommodate climbing vines and tall specimen plants, while their ornate ironwork creates dramatic shadows that dance across interior surfaces. The curved eave design sheds rain efficiently while maximizing light penetration during shorter winter days. Edwardian greenhouses provide more practical proportions for modern gardens. Their straight-sided construction offers easier ventilation control and simpler maintenance while retaining classical proportions. The lower profile integrates seamlessly with cottage garden settings without overwhelming surrounding plantings. Original construction methods prove superior to many modern alternatives, and forged iron frameworks develop protective patina that prevent rust while maintaining structural integrity for decades. Traditional glazing systems using putty and wooden glazing bars allow for thermal expansion, while creating the characteristic wavy glass reflections that modern sealed units cannot replicate. Restoration projects reveal the thoughtful engineering behind these structures. Automatic vent systems, operated by temperature-sensitive pistons, required no electricity while providing precise climate control. Underground heating systems, using hot water pipes, created gentle, even warmth that encouraged healthy root development without the harsh air currents of modern fan heaters. Proper siting enhances both function and garden integration. Traditional placement favors southern exposures with protection from harsh winds, often utilizing existing walls or mature plantings as shelter. The relationship between greenhouse and potting shed creates efficient work triangles that streamline daily gardening tasks. Modern restoration specialists can rebuild original ironwork and source period-appropriate glass, ensuring these architectural treasures continue serving generations of gardeners while maintaining their authentic character and superior growing conditions. garden shed makeover ideas, vintage potting shed organization and design. Weathered wooden shelves display collections of terracotta pots in graduated sizes, while galvanized watering cans hang from iron hooks forged by local blacksmiths generations ago. The transformation of ordinary storage sheds into inspiring garden workspaces requires careful attention to both function and authentic design details. Successful potting shed makeovers begin with proper lighting and ventilation. Original windows provide natural illumination, while new casement styles maintain period character when replacements become necessary. Skylights carved into traditional slate roofs flood work surfaces with overhead light while preserving the rustic exterior appearance that garden sheds require. Traditional color schemes enhance both durability and visual appeal. Sage green exterior paint weathers gracefully while protecting timber from moisture damage. Interior walls benefit from lime wash in soft cream tones that reflect available light while remaining sympathetic to authentic materials. Natural linseed oil finishes preserve wooden surfaces while developing rich patina through regular use. Organization systems should reflect traditional garden practices while accommodating modern efficiency. Open shelving constructed from reclaimed scaffold boards provides flexible storage for varying pot sizes. Vintage tool racks, crafted from iron or hardwood, keep implements accessible while creating attractive displays. Wooden seed boxes mounted on walls organize packets while preserving their vintage graphics. Work surface selection dramatically impacts daily functionality. Reclaimed butcher block creates durable potting benches that improve with age and use. Zinc-topped tables provide water-resistant surfaces for messy tasks while developing attractive patina. Traditional slate shelving offers cool storage for seeds and bulbs while maintaining stable temperatures. Authentic details elevate functional spaces into inspiring garden sanctuaries. Vintage plant labels displayed in glass jars preserve gardening heritage while remaining useful for current plantings. Old garden catalogs and reference books create libraries that combine practical information with nostalgic charm. These thoughtfully designed spaces inspire daily garden work while preserving the authentic character that makes English country gardens so enduringly appealing. Garden shed organization, traditional English potting bench and storage ideas. Rough-hewn oak benches bear the smooth depressions worn by countless hands, while copper measuring scoops nest inside wooden seed drawers that slide with the precision of fine cabinetry. Traditional English potting benches represent centuries of refinement in garden workspace design, where every element serves both function and enduring beauty. Authentic potting bench construction follows time-tested proportions that prevent fatigue during extended use. Working height measures 36 inches for comfortable standing tasks, while the bench depth extends 24 inches to accommodate large seed trays and potting operations. Reclaimed elm or oak provides ideal working surfaces that resist moisture while developing character through daily use. Storage systems beneath traditional benches maximize efficiency while maintaining period authenticity. Sliding drawers crafted from pine or cedar organize seeds by type and planting season. Cubby holes accommodate various pot sizes while keeping frequently used items within easy reach. Pull-out bins hold different soil amendments, from leaf mold to sharp sand, enabling quick custom mixing for specific plant requirements. Wall-mounted storage transforms vertical spaces into organized displays. Ladderback tool racks hold long-handled implements while keeping blades safely separated. Shallow shelves mounted at eye level accommodate small hand tools, plant labels, and essential reference materials. Hanging systems using traditional S-hooks support watering equipment and harvesting baskets. Vintage organizational aids enhance both function and visual appeal. Galvanized zinc buckets sort bulbs by flowering season while remaining portable for planting expeditions. Wooden apple crates provide modular storage that adapts to changing seasonal needs. Glass jars preserve seeds in moisture-free environments while displaying their contents for easy identification. Traditional English garden record-keeping transforms organization into historical documentation. Leather-bound garden journals track planting dates, weather patterns, and harvest yields across seasons. Handwritten plant labels using waterproof ink maintain legibility while developing authentic patina through exposure to garden conditions. These organizational principles create efficient workspaces that inspire daily garden activities while preserving the authentic character essential to traditional English garden design. Vintage garden tools and terracotta pot ideas. English country garden decor. Hand-forged trowels bear the smooth patina of generations, while their ash handles show the gentle wear patterns of countless planting seasons. Authentic vintage garden tools represent both functional excellence and sculptural beauty that elevates ordinary garden tasks into connections with horticultural heritage. Identifying genuine vintage tools requires attention to details and maker's marks. Pre-1950s implements feature hand-forged steel that maintains sharp edges through decades of use. Wooden handles crafted from ash, hickory, or oak develop unique grip patterns while remaining structurally sound. Carbon steel blades acquire protective patina that prevents rust while improving cutting performance over time. Terracotta collections create the foundation of authentic English garden style. Long, tom pots, originally designed for deep-rooted plants, provide elegant verticals for container displays. Rhubarb forcers and Victorian chimney pots serve as dramatic focal points while maintaining their original functionality. Hand-thrown pieces show subtle irregularities that machine-made reproductions cannot replicate. Display techniques transform tool collections into garden art installations. Mounting vintage spades and forks on weathered barnwood creates functional wall sculptures for potting sheds. Arranging copper watering cans by size and patina develops compelling vignettes that celebrate the evolution of garden implements. Vintage wheelbarrows repurposed as planters combine historical interest with practical growing space. Authentication prevents costly mistakes when building collections. Original makers' stamps from companies like Spear and Jackson or Joseph Bentley indicate quality construction and collectible value. Regional variations in tool design reflect local soil conditions and traditional practices. Replacement handles should match original wood species and traditional joinery methods. Seasonal rotation keeps collections dynamic while preserving delicate pieces. Summer displays feature robust tools suitable for outdoor exposure, while winter arrangements move precious items to covered areas. This rotating approach ensures continued use while protecting investment pieces from weather damage. These carefully curated collections honor garden heritage while providing superior functionality that modern mass-produced tools rarely achieve. Your dream English country garden, complete transformation guide and inspiration. Morning light now reveals the path forward as clearly as it illuminates the weathered greenhouse glass we first encountered. Each element we discovered today connects to create something far greater than individual components. The vintage tools waiting in architectural salvage yards, the terracotta pots hung in forgotten garden centers, the authentic greenhouse frames ready for restoration. All these pieces await your discerning eye and patient hands. Your transformation begins with a single purposeful choice, perhaps selecting your first genuine terracotta pot. Feeling its weight and examining the subtle variations that mark authentic craftsmanship, maybe discovering a vintage hand tool whose wooden handle shows the gentle wear of previous gardeners, connecting you to generations of those who understood that quality implements improve with age and use. The gardens we explored today evolved through seasons and years, each addition thoughtfully considered and lovingly tended. Your own English country garden will unfold in the same organic manner, growing richer and more authentic with every passing season. Start small, choose quality over quantity, and trust in the traditional principles that have guided garden makers for centuries. Restoration projects reward patience with space that serve both practical needs and aesthetic desires. Whether converting a simple storage shed into an inspiring potting sanctuary or establishing your first cottage garden border, each step connects you to the unbroken chain of gardener Ehaz, who found joy in working with authentic materials and time-tested methods. The weathered surfaces, gentle patina, and lived-in beauty that define English country gardens cannot be rushed or artificially created. They emerge through daily interaction, seasonal changes, and the quiet satisfaction of maintaining something genuinely beautiful and endlessly useful. Your authentic English country garden begins today, ready to unfold through these enduring principles that transform ordinary spaces into extraordinary sanctuaries of natural beauty and productive abundance.